We have never been in such a good moment to use artificial intelligence to make our lives easier. As my channel followers know, I discuss e-commerce, online stores, and dropshipping. And many of you have asked me to bring content related to artificial intelligence to help you with creating offers, creatives, and finding products and audiences. But not only that, to automate your entire store process. Believe it or not, automating the entire process is possible, which I never thought I'd say. So this is going to be a new series here on the channel where I'll bring tools, features, and instructions to use artificial intelligence in your dropshipping operation. These strategies apply not only to dropshipping but also to traditional e-commerce and online selling in general. And I want to stop beating around the bush. I want to get straight to the content that's here on my computer screen, which is a tool I'm using called Chatflow. What does this tool do? Basically, it automates the entire conversation process on WhatsApp and in other ways too. I'll show you in a moment with your client. More specifically on WhatsApp, which is what I'm going to show here, it works wonderfully. I spoke with the Chatful team and they will provide a registration link for a free 30-day trial so you can try it out without paying anything. Access the link in the description, sign up, and follow along with me on my screen. Let's go. One thing I want to make clear here is that Chatful is an official partner of Meta, which owns WhatsApp, and also an official partner of OpenAI, which owns ChatGPT. So you can rest assured that you won't have your WhatsApp number blocked or anything that could interfere with the automation of your store. This is crucial because many people launching online stores lack the time to continually respond to customers. Precisely because sometimes they work full-time at a regular job and can't keep checking their phone and responding to customers. Imagine a customer sends you a message asking a question about buying your product and you don't respond promptly. What will happen? It will make the customer suspicious. It's not even your fault because you really can't help it. So the Chatflow helps in this process by giving you a virtual assistant that talks to your customer in a very personal way. And then it keeps the conversation going. I'll show examples of that. Maintaining the conversation allows you to respond effectively, guiding the customer to close the deal and make the sale. Maybe even if the artificial intelligence hasn't made the sale for you. But let's go. It's really simple. Access the link in the description to get this free 30-day trial I got for you, my channel subscribers. Log in with your Facebook or Google account. It's simple. I'm choosing to log in with Google. You can use Facebook without issue. It will direct you to this page. I'll choose my language. You'll find this tool to be very intuitive. And I really want you to leave a comment here if you think it's a good idea for me to bring more and more features, more tools using artificial intelligence here on the channel for your dropshipping store. Let's go. Proceed. Welcome to Chatful. Let Fully help you grow with artificial intelligence. This part is very important. Look, he already introduced me here. I'm Douglas Souza. Nice to meet you. I'm Douglas Souza. So what's your role? You're going to put here, look, since I want to make sales, what I'm going to show in this video is actually to make sales on WhatsApp. So that artificial intelligence itself makes sales for you. I'm going to put sales manager. What is your main goal with Chatful, which is here to automate conversations for my business? What is your sector? You add e-commerce or online store here. The main use of Chatful will be to sell products to customers. It's that simple. You have to fill this out. These are important details. Some information can be skipped. You can fill this out later in Chatful's own settings, but this information is important for you to fill out at the beginning. I'll click next. Look, it automates the received messages. Quick replies, smart filters. It's crazy. It's crazy. Here you can see that it has the witness option on the web, right? Directly on your website where the client will reach out there. He will get replies, which is interesting. In this video, I'll focus on WhatsApp. Instagram and Facebook are also crazy. What does Chatful do? You'll see. I'm going to click to proceed on WhatsApp, which is probably the most interesting. It's what you're really looking for. Here, it asks you to add a phone number just to send notifications and content. If you want, you can enter it. I think it's important for you to receive these updates from Chatful, but in this case, since I'm already registered, I'm going to click skip. Here, it will start loading. This is a very important part. Hi, I'm Fully. It's really cool because there's a character here. Your artificial intelligence automation begins here. We're going to help you create your first automation in 3 minutes. Crazy, right? Why? You have to feed it with information about your online store, your audience, your products, so that the service you provide to your customer on WhatsApp with artificial intelligence gets better and better in a totally personal way. So let's go. I'm going to click here on Let's Go, and here it's going to ask me to enter my store's uniform resource locator. I'll put it here. I put the link to my store here. Please share important information not found on your website. The free shipping you offer, for example, look, I offer free shipping on all products, okay? Then you add this information. What can you do? Use ChatGPT, put your store's link in, and ask it to gather important information that should be included in this tool. You can specify it like this. I'm training an artificial intelligence to handle customer service for my clients. It's crazy. Can you help me add important information? So you do this here, okay? It's really important. You can skip and do it after the settings. I'll click next. During customer chats, save their name, email address, delivery address, and preferred payment method. You can put all of this here. So, customer's name, address, email, phone number. I'm putting it here, but all of this can be filled in later, okay? You can skip it and fill it in later, but they're important too. You can even ask the GPT chat. I'm already giving you the heads up here. What important information should an artificial intelligence automation ask my client for? Look how crazy this is. Let's go next. Create automation. I'm going to click and it'll take me to the dashboard. All right, after that, it takes me here to the dashboard and hold on, okay? Yes, it does have scripts. Your first automation on WhatsApp. There's also train, fill, and A, which is what we just did, providing information. But there's a feature here that I want to show you. Before we go to these functions here, these specific features, I'm going to click here on A and automation, and there are a lot of pieces of information here that I also want to add. For example, tasks. You see, it has tokens here. These tokens are used to fill in the information. Main tasks, replying to all messages is enabled. Replying to add messages is also enabled. Even though I haven't implemented it yet, it's important to keep it enabled. Connect with the team. Fuel transfers the chats to your team in live chat when support is needed. I'll give you an example. This needs to be enabled because if the artificial intelligence can't answer a specific request from a certain client, you just need to keep this option enabled and the support will be passed on to a human. In other words, to you and summarize conversations. You can leave it disabled because you can enable it later and you don't need to mess with this feature specifically right now. This is where you enter the company's information, such as the street address and other necessary details. The artificial intelligence needs this information. It will have conversations. For example, if someone asks, "Oh, but where is your company's address?" The person asks, the artificial intelligence will answer. That's what's most interesting. So fill in this information here. Scheduling requests. This is interesting here. Look, why, for example, by phone or WhatsApp to place orders? They just need to access it through the link to my e-commerce, to my store, right? He already has this information, payment options, credit card, bank slip, PIX, you fill in this information, delivery type, mail, you keep filling it in. You feed the artificial intelligence, it's straightforward, just fill in this information. Before showing how it works, let me show you this. You have to put a name for how your artificial intelligence assistant will respond. You can put your name, I'll put mine, no problem, okay? Make sure to mention that the text should be rephrased in Portuguese. Bring this up in the message to make the conversation feel more natural and human-like. By imitating the way people usually type, so leave this option checked because it's very important too. I opened a new window as an example using the sample store I always use for teaching here on my channel to show the chat in action and how it works. And by the way, everything is done by artificial intelligence. And obviously I had it fill in some information, but not specifically with the answers. So it's very personalized, even the way you want your audience to be addressed. According to the niche you work in, whether it's nerd culture or home and kitchen, a more female audience, if you want to talk with a more feminine communication style, all of this is possible here with this artificial intelligence. I'll give you an example here so you can get an idea. Look here, I didn't set this up, I just filled it in with the information. But look at the attendant's name I put there. How can I assist you today? Are you interested in our products, prices, support, or something else? I want to know how support works. Here's a random message to see if it replies. Based on the information I provided, I didn't model this specific response. There's a short delay here. Look at this. I put this email here as an example, obviously, right? Just to clarify, the message is coming from a different store's customer service via WhatsApp. I've blurred the phone number for data protection, but I wanted to show you how the system works. It's pretty cool that I'm going to ask some specific questions here to see if it works. Look how cool this is. I just asked how long the delivery takes and I didn't set up this message. I'm talking here, it's the artificial intelligence that did it and there's a delay. I asked about the delivery time. The delivery is done by the post office and the time frame varies depending on your region. The time frame varies depending on the region, which is accurate. However, I didn't complete the information in this section. Typically, 3-10 business days after payment confirmation. Would you like assistance placing an order? The person handles it as if it were really another person being assisted. This here, for all types of audiences, really helps even to maximize your sales. So before I continue, I'm even going to turn off my facecam here because it gets in the way of the features. I'll turn off my facecam and continue with the lesson, but without the facecam so it doesn't cover anything here. Let's go. I'm going to add my number. What do you need to do? You obviously have to do the integration. When you click here, as I showed, you have to integrate with your Facebook. So everything will already be connected. The number that's inside your Facebook, in your Facebook Business Manager, you'll be able to put it directly here in the full chat. So this is a feature they offer. So you can also have automation through WhatsApp. I'll provide the step-by-step instructions here as it's already linked to my account and my other Chatful account. This is just an example. In this case, there's also the website platform where you can select a chart widget exactly like this, exactly what you're seeing here. So you can set up how it's going to look. You can even put a picture as if it were an attendant. So I recommend putting it, Douglas, but I'm alone in my store. Can I put my own picture? Yes, you can. There's no problem at all. You put the name on your picture. You can put your own name or the store's name here, in this case, and then you go through this whole process. There's something really cool here too that I want to show you directly in the settings section. When you're in this part of the full chat settings, you click on this team members option and you can add another person who will provide support for your store. This obviously is for those who are already getting results, but it's also a cool thing, and there's something really nice, which are the specific automations with flows, this more manual mode here, total control, re-engagement functions. When you click on this option, it creates a flow here where you can add it through the website, and in these flows, you can simply set up some specific tasks. I'm going to start editing here. Obviously, you have to continue with the settings, but just so you understand, you can create this flow for each type of situation that happens within the conversation your client is having with the artificial intelligence and what the actions are. If I turn this on here, obviously this is a bit more complex and I understand that, but you can select several options here. For example, full artificial intelligence, you can do customization. It allows you to create your own skill using the ChatGPT application, programming interface, schedule appointments, sell products. I select this option, sell products, that is ready for purchase, request for human assistance, or appointment confirmation. That is, when the customer has the attitude that the artificial intelligence is identifying as wanting to buy, you define what the artificial intelligence will do from that moment on. Clicking here allows adding options like specific texts, actions, conversation summaries, and setting contact priority to define potential customers. Among a series of other things you can add, for example, switch to chat with a human agent. That is, when the person is right here using it, and even you. Let's suppose something happened where the customer is interested in buying the product. Hey, I want to buy. I'm going to pay by Pix. Let's say they selected this option. Then, since you have the flow created here, you add this option here. Look, actions, switch to chat with a human agent. Look, it will load and that's it. That's the action. Do you know what will happen? A notification will arrive here in live chat. The live chat, if I open it here, nothing is showing right now. But there will be an open message here for you to handle your customer who is about to close a sale. You can do all of this automatically, but if you want, you can also bring the customer over. Sometimes you want to offer something extra, you want them to buy another product besides the one they've already decided on, like an order bump or an upsell offer. So, there are a series of options you can create here through the full chat. Oops, I'm back here. As you saw, this tool offers many artificial intelligence features, and a piece of advice I want to give you is learn about it. Learn. We're already using it in our operations. It makes sales, it provides support. Only what we really need to resolve comes to us in the live chat, and it already comes with the whole history neatly organized. So I recommend using this artificial intelligence platform in your operation, whether you're just starting out, already selling, or your business is already thriving, which is what I hope for the most. Use artificial intelligence, use a tool like this, like Chatful. Of course, I talk to them to offer something different here for you who follow my work. And they offered a coupon that I'll leave in the description so you can use 1 month free on the Chatful platform. See? He who has nothing to hide has nothing to fear. Just imagine, you'll get to use it for 30 days without paying any kind of monthly fee, just so you can test and implement this and see how much it improves your store's customer service. How much this can increase your sales. And by increasing your sales, it could already cover the cost of the Chatful subscription, because it is a subscription. Think about everyone using all these features. They are paid features. Now imagine you using your own structure and these features that Chatful offers, allowing you to sell more or optimizing your support, having more clarity about everything you're doing. That's why we're using tools like this, and I want to keep bringing more tools here on the channel to help you. Chatful is one such tool. If you enjoyed it, I'll provide the details and link in the description along with a discount coupon for subscribing. Subscribe, use this free trial period, try out what they offered here for you. They also offered it to me. Use it because it will really be worth it for you. In just a few hours, you can set up all this configuration. And if you want me to bring more content like this, showing my PC screen and tool settings, leave it in the comments section. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And at the end of the video, I'll leave 2 pieces of content that I personally selected for you to watch. A big hug and goodbye. Adriana Zanotto.